Hey folks, Dave the Not So Evil Viking 13 here, and welcome back to my alternate history Let's Play as the Confederate States of America in the Brothers vs. Brothers mod for Empire Total War. And it has been a while. Sorry for the delay, guys, but my Windows 10 reinstallation in late March, right before I went on vacation, totally wrecked my installation of this mod, which is already pretty unstable on its own. So I've been kind of rebuilding that piece by piece, and I think I've got it running again. This is where we left off in the save game. I'm just hoping that it's not going to horribly crash on me, so we'll see.
Sir, ready for order.
Either way, we're pretty close to the end of the campaign. We've already gotten our political victory. We took DC, I think a month or two ago now, and we forced the USA into a peace agreement in exchange for their capital back. So what we're doing now is just attempting the complete military victory. Instead of the Confederate States coexisting with the USA, we're seeing if we can really change history and replace them completely.
You have just selected a piece belonging to another nation.
Oh boy.
You cannot order it to do anything.
My advice settings have been reset. Campaign advice none. And I'll fix the difficulty back to where it was too. Oh man, those advisors. I've been playing this game since 2009, and I swear I hear them in my sleep every time I install the game on a new system. Okay. Looking at my forces up here in New York, and we're definitely going to want to let them finish replenishment before we push any further in the north. But DC, on the other hand, DC is surrounded, and General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia is ready to retake the city. Got General Stewart and General Mosby up here in Pennsylvania. I think they're actually within reinforcement range. So I'm going to make a quick save here, just in case of any wild crashes. And with hopefully 4 armies to reinforce, we're going to take on their 2.5 armies and see if we can retake DC in a massive, massive battle. This is going to be a long one. Let's see how it goes.
Form line for battle! Siege them!
Okay. Whew. We're missing one of our reinforcing armies. But I think our troops are experienced enough that we can pull this off. Let's go for it, guys. This one's going to be a snowy fight, it looks like, but I really like our deployment zone here. See, we got 2 howitzers and a Parrott rifle. I'm gonna leave the Parrott rifle limbered up and let it take the hill. Confederate Stonewall Brigade, you guys will shift forward with the Parrott rifle. Irish Brigade and sharpshooters, come on up to the line as well. It's a little thin, but I think that will do just fine. General Lee, let's keep you way in the back. You are far too valuable to the Confederacy to lose. Put a Irish Brigade on the far left, and a Greg's Brigade on the far right. I'm going to keep a lot of my cavalry to the right as well. But a decent unit way down here, too. Okay. Ooh, and there they are. Parrott rifle, get up here. Infantry, close the gap. Everyone push up quickly. cavalry, get moving. All artillery, well, not all, but a lot of artillery focus on their artillery. And let's watch for their reinforcements too. I think they've got it. Yep, they're coming in the back here. Lots of rogue generals and generals' bodyguards. They're very low on regular troops, I think. Okay. Parrot rifle is ready to be deployed. Focus on that light horse artillery, even behind sandbags there. My game volume is a bit cranked up too. There we go. I'm gonna have you guys start a very slow march uphill here. For now, we're gonna let our artillery do most of the talking. Parrot rifle is skipping some shots off of the ridge line right there, trying to fire down too much, so I'm gonna push them up just a bit further. Yep, they're firing shrapnel shot from their horse artillery. Gonna take care of that as quickly as possible. Union sharpshooters. Let's send our Confederate cavalry after them real quick and see if we can take a few of them out. Parrot rifle, redeploy now that you're over the ridgeline. Ooh, the sharpshooters were not ready for that charge over the hill. They were actually facing the wrong way. Attacked in the flank. They should not last long. Parrot rifle is deployed. Let's put some rounds into their generals back here from the Parrot rifle. Okay, leftmost howitzers. Oh. General Buford has charged my leftmost cavalry. Leftmost howitzer. Hit their cavalry back there. There we go. At least one enemy general has fallen. And their cavalry took a lot of losses too. Speaking of which, my cavalry are actually losing quite a bit of their men against the sharpshooters. Let me just pull back from that fight. That's unnecessary. Their artillery are pretty dug in though. I see a Napoleon cannon coming up from behind there too. I'm gonna sneak my leftmost cavalry up through the town here. See if I can get closer. Ooh, more really solid hits from both the howitzer and the Parrot rifle. Even my explosive shells are having a hard time getting through these fortifications, though, at the Union's artillery. There we go. The sharpshooters are closing, and now my Greg's brigade is engaging a much larger body of troops. And their line takes a lot of hits really fast. They do have some accurate fire, though. If I can somehow get their line to move, I can get my cavalry at their artillery. I'm seeing more light horse artillery coming in back here, but it's protected by a couple of regiments of engineers and regular infantry, and that's actually a really smart move on the AI's part. They're completely shielding their reinforcement route from my amassed cavalry. Very smart move. Parrot rifle, shift focus to that Napoleon cannon there. Oh, we've got some infantry back here, it looks like. Let's see if we can hit those. My Vignette cavalry have gotten stuck in a building and somehow captured it. That is an amazing glitch. That is amazing. I have never seen that before in Empire. Most of a cavalry regiment getting stuck in a building. Wow. That might cause a crash. That's so ridiculous. Now, here we go. Their cavalry is charging. I will ready shrapnel shot. Irish Brigade, keep moving to the right. Come on, guys, hit him. Hit him before they get to that parrot rifle. Oh, they broke off the charge from going straight uphill, at least. Fire the canister. Fire the canister shot. There's the canister shot. Ooh. Fire some canister into my own men there. That took care of that threat. How is the fight going back here? Well, their parrot rifle is now retreating. My cavalry, though, is probably going to lose this fight, so I'm going to actually try and pull them back. Seeing they're glitched on the house, I'll just pull the one unit back that I can. This guy is just going to be stuck in that house for the rest of the fight, I think. Oh, the horse artillery has actually deployed, so I'm going to charge in at it while moving my line up to try and distract those regiments of infantry. And there's the amassed reinforcements that I was waiting for. Buford's cavalry and the 20th Maine Infantry. Having a really hard time pulling my cavalry back. Can I actually withdraw you guys? Will you withdraw off of the house? No. No, you won't. Okay, I guess you guys will just sit there for the rest of the fight. We have the high ground here, so I'm going to focus on maintaining it. Okay. Let's strike out at these German Rangers while the Dragoons hit the light horse artillery. And of course, one unit is moving to meet that threat, but I think it's going to be too late. Yeah, we'll try and do a hit and run here for those cannons reload. Okay, my horse has been sent back here. General Ulysses S. Grant has just arrived to oversee the defense of Washington, D.C. with a very battered Union army. Okay, the artillery is falling back. Let's immediately pull our troops back at all locations and get ready because I think they're making a push. Oh, reinforcements just arrived for the Union, and we're gonna have to ride right past them. Come on, cavalry, get out of there. Yep, they are making a push. Parrot rifle. Fire on Buford's cavalry. Howitzers. Also fire on Buford's cavalry. Looks like General Grant is fighting some of my cavalry here in the village. Get ready with that canister shot. Need to actually move these guys up. They don't have a great sight line over the ridge line. Do we have any canister left? There we go. There's some canister. A gigantic shotgun right as they press the hill. That was fantastic timing. And their charge is broken. Let's have all you guys push up and take these ridge lines. Now they're running all the way down the line. Howitzers. Let's have you fire on their line just a bit. Well, this one focuses on the light artillery a bit more. We're very slowly wearing them down. And it looks like all of my cavalry did manage to escape that sneak attack back here in the corner. Oh, General Stewart, what are you doing back here? Withdraw. We have... Oh, that's the Dragoon stuck in the back. Well, my first reinforcements were General Stewart. I don't know if he just died or if he successfully retreated, but I don't know how he got in the middle of the Union lines so quickly. Now, their artillery is pounding me pretty good here. I think it's time to move my right flank up and try to force an engagement. If I pull these guys up just a bit, I can actually fire over the heads of my advancing troops. This is concerning that my new light horse artillery is reinforcing from the same direction as all of the Yankee reinforcements behind their lines. That must have been where General Stewart came from there. Artillery, refocus just a bit. Let's try and hit their lines over in this direction. I'm going to deploy my artillery and then engage all of their artillery back here with it. It's going to be super awkward. They're not defended whatsoever, which is unfortunate. Let's get my cavalry moving up here, ready for a flank attack. Okay, you guys are in position. Let's deploy you. Hit that light horse artillery right there. Hey, their Napoleon cannon is finally retreating. Confederate cavalry, hit this infantry before they move up too far. Try and break them quickly. Parrot rifle, hit the engineers. That is some great artillery right there. Engineers broke very quickly. And now my horse artillery is hitting their horse artillery in the back. Pretty successfully, it looks like. That's amazing. Can I actually shoot this entrenched horse artillery in the back? Because that would actually be more helpful, I think. Cavalry. Pull back, pull back. Right flank, pull back to the hillside. Let's retake that higher ground. Parrot rifle. Fire over the front lines here. There we go. The light artillery is landing hits behind their defensive sandbags. He is going to be a thorn in their side until they can figure out where they can spare some troops to take him out. I'll try and watch for it, but when it happens, I really won't be able to stop it. I mean, they've got canister shot, but it's only, how many is this? Yeah, 36 men. There goes a volley. No direct hits. More howitzer fire. Hitting the Union's left flank, my right flank, as I adjust my lines back to the hill once again. Dragoons are still fighting back here. Somehow. Despite being stuck in the building. Well, we still have a lot of fighting ahead of us, guys, but I am liking how this is going. We have the high ground and the most artillery right now, and the Union is really struggling to figure out a cohesive plan, it looks like. Especially with my light horse artillery just raining fire down right into their backs. Really liking that parrot rifle up here on the hill, just firing right over our heads. Stonewall brigades opening up on the Union State Militia. And it looks like here comes that advance on my light horse artillery. I'm going to switch to canister shot and just let them go down fighting. Come on, boys, load that canister shot. Here they come. It's now or never. Some men go down, but we actually returned fire and killed something like 30 of them. I would not want to charge up a farm field uphill against canister shot, even with far superior numbers. Their infantry is pushing up, and oh, they're hitting my cavalry. Sneaky devils. Parrot rifle. Give them a taste there. Wow. The canister shot is tearing these guys up as they try and cross this fence line here. Ooh, and now we're down to 19 men. Adjust the canister, boys. We got a few cannons left. There we go. One last shot into their backs. Might be time to retreat. Yep. Limber up. That was enough. I'll see if I can save them from getting totally wiped out. Let's have this howitzer fire on the light horse artillery in that direction. You guys fire on the line infantry. You guys withdraw. They stuck? Come on, get those field pieces out of there. Come on, 16 men left. Retreat. Withdraw, I tell you. I don't know what's good for him. I'm gonna push this howitzer up just a bit. Move Lee up to the tree line. Yeah, they're stuck too. Classic Empire pathfinding. Well, I think we're going to lose that light horse, but everything else is looking pretty good. The Union has some fresh troops coming in that are already getting a constant shelling from my parrot rifle. And soon, I'm going to add my howitzer to that noise again. I move him up just slightly. I really wish I could get rid of these glitched units and actually get reinforcements instead of fighting with several regiments down. Well, the Confederacy still holds the heights south of DC at least. They are moving quite a lot of troops. I want to get that howitzer up as fast as possible. Okay, they've moved up just a tiny bit. That should let me direct some fire, some additional fire, onto this right side. Oh man, they've got so many fresh troops. I could really use a few of my own. These guys haven't even seen combat on the left yet. Just the howitzer, who is slowly but surely taking out that light horse artillery. I'm gonna see if I can make them dance around just a bit with my cavalry on the right side once again. Center push up just a bit. See if we can get them to attack a little bit prematurely. Yep, more fresh troops arriving back here for the Union. More targets for my artillerymen. Parrot rifle, get ready to shift your focus if they charge the center. Howitzers, work on the infantry here. Lots of Yankee dead out there on the hill. Yep, they're approaching the center once again. But they're not quite sure what my cavalry is doing. I just don't think I'm going to get a chance at their artillery, but I'll sneak around a bit, see what I can stir up as far as trouble goes back here. No, fall back, fall back. Their engineers are lining up to take some shots. Not going to give them that opportunity. Now that's interesting. Their front line didn't quite take the bait. So I'm gonna push up really far here. See what they do then. Here we go. Confederate militia. Got some Union volunteer infantry. Let's get them in a line quickly. Actually, no. Back here. Back here. Finally getting some reinforcements. But they're getting shot in the back. That was a terrible reinforcement point. Alright. You're behind the wall now. You're behind the wall now. Stay behind the wall. Come on, guys. The engineers are exhausted. Let's charge them with all of my cavalry and try and break the Union's left flank entirely. Guys, could you please just face the correct direction? Lost 60 men to marching back and forth over a wall. There we go. Come on, militia. Fire. Oh. Incoming cavalry. Fire! Fire now! Well, very late for that at this point. Well played, Union. Well played. Ooh. Let's get you guys to not be hit by your own artillery. Well, that militia's done for. Almost no losses for the enemy. I'm going to watch for reinforcements now, because they need to be babysat apparently. All along the fence line, we are striking out. Actually, all howitzers and the Parrott rifle, focus your fire in the center right there. Let those 22 infantry go and focus on the next group. At this point, though, I think it's time to fall back. Fall back to the hillside again. Maintain our positions. Here we go. The volunteer infantry coming in. Get in line behind the wall. Let's do this right. Well, we've got troops behind their lines, but here comes the Union Iron Brigade. So we'll keep walking, seeing our cavalry are pretty battered at this point. Ooh. Got a bit of a charge here at the front. Parrott rifle. Shift fire. Howitzer, shift fire. Our troops are going to be tired once they reform that line. Alright, you guys push up and take the closer wall. This is not working. But do it quickly. That regiment back there is going to be the thorn in my side for sure. We got all kinds of cavalry back here too. Guys, get behind the wall. Come on. Well, again, pathfinding has failed me. They will not get behind that wall. And we've essentially lost that unit at this point. as well as a cavalry unit, actually. Well, they've left their cannons exposed, at least. I'll make a charge right there. Okay, we're getting shrapnel shot from their cannons once again. All artillery refocus. How is that cavalry charge going? Ah, Orphan Brigade. There we go. Got a shot at their cannons right here. There we go. Their light horse artillery is also done for. So, howitzers. You may pick your targets. Parrot rifle. Work on these new guys back here. And there goes their light horse. I'm gonna hit this thorn in my side, the 72nd Regiment of Foot, in the back with my cavalry. Confederate engineers, you guys get in there too. That's gonna be a nasty fight. Wait, that light horse is still alive. Is this their main push, possibly? Form lines, men. Form lines. Confederate cavalry break off from the infantry, hit those cannons that have moved up without support. Fire! Point blank. What a mess back here. Everything's looking good back here, though. Pennsylvania bucktails. Let's give them some howitzer action, too. Iron Brigade. Actually, no, this howitzer back here really needs to concentrate on these guys on the far side here. How's the fight back here going? Messy, but we're winning now. There we go. We're getting some volleys off as the cavalry tries to retreat. That just leaves, again, the thorn in my side, that regiment of volunteer foot that just will not stop. I want you guys up here, and you guys over here. Hit that volunteer infantry from two sides at once. And here comes more reinforcements. There we go. Get that far howitzer joining the main fight now. That, well, no, we've still got regular infantry. I thought this side was secure for a second. There we go. Now they're taking fire from two sides at once. Should I try for the wall again? Let's try for the wall again. And more volunteer infantry marching in. Just put you guys right here. In the center. And what is this? Parrot rifle. Just fire. We've got cavalry coming in fast. Man, what a fight. It's almost like they want to keep their capital. Oh, sure, now you guys take the wall. Now that we have the advantage. Oh, wow, they're penned in on 3 sides. Yep, they're done for. Shattered. There we go. Cavalry's getting a piece of all of my artillery there. Parrot rifle, just fire for the new infantry. Howitzers, just fire for the new infantry. Howitzers number 2. Infantry. They're actually retreating though. That's interesting. Let's see if we can actually secure this reinforcement corner, seeing that appears to be the army that I'm getting most of my reinforcements from. And their reinforcements have shifted to back here. Very glad that I kept a very strong group of my troops back here. I'm going to actually redeploy them to better cover the hillsides back here. You guys hold the top here. Get that regular infantry out of there. Everyone move quickly, move quickly. Here they come. They're firing on my troops with canister shot, it looks like. Oh no, don't you limber up. I know you guys are tired, but charge in there. Stop them from moving those cannons. Everything's going back here. Yeah, we have quite the fight on our hands back here. Okay guys, unfortunately, as I expected, that battle did crash. Let's see where auto-resolve gets us.
Glorious victory.
That gets us a glorious victory. I mean, we were well on our way to winning that fight anyway. So,
Sir.
looking at our losses here, we still have a very strong army because Mosby's army was not involved in that fight at all.
Your region capital is the central city.
Oh, no you don't.
The government details panel.
I swear, if the campaign advice does not go away, none. Okay. Must not have saved after I changed it last time. We should have 12,000 income next turn. That might have been the last hurrah for the Union, guys. Let's end at least one more turn for this episode, barring any crashes, and see how they react to their second loss of DC in this War of Succession. That was not entirely unexpected. They went and burned some farms in Virginia.
Ready and awaiting orders.
If only to be petty. 4,000 gold for our backup army here. Now, Lee's army needs 5,900, and that finishes off the money that we had.
Ready for order.
Let me get these guys just marching south
March.
to try and cut that Union force
Ready.
off. You guys need 9,000 to replenish.
Yes.
Wow, they got hit really hard.
Onward. Yes, sir.
General Mosby, let's go ahead and march you right towards Philadelphia
Maneuvers
while
complete.
Lee holds the former Union capital.
Ready and awaiting
Got
orders.
some reinforcements coming up here. Some new farms in the Carolinas. Ooh, a new town in Lower Texas. I'm gonna wait and build a craft workshop there next term when I have more money. New town in Louisiana too. And Orphan Brigade recruited in Virginia. It was a Kentucky regiment originally commanded by former presidential candidate John Breckinridge. Now that's interesting. I'm gonna have you guys come down here to these plantations. Hey, it's General Custer. Really not much left of that army. They're not gonna get into the Carolinas. Yeah, DC is in rough shape though.
Your humble servant.
You guys need more time to recuperate,
By the ready and waiting for orders.
but as you replenish your troops, I'm going to go ahead and start them marching towards central New York. And during this year, in 1864, Fort de Russy, that was, March of 1864. The Union launched a joint naval and infantry expedition into Louisiana and advance up the Red River, being forced to remove numerous obstacles that Confederate troops had placed in the river to prevent ships from entering. Eventually, they reached Fort de Russy, garrisoned by some 350 Confederates. On the 13th of March in 1864, a Union forward party is engaged by a brigade of Confederates blocking the Fort de Russy road, and are forced to withdraw after a brief skirmish. The following morning, the main Union force arrives at the fort unhindered, and immediately come under fire from the small garrison inside. Shots are exchanged, some spelling errors here I'm trying to get through. Shots are exchanged throughout the day until 6:30 p.m. when the Union commander, Brigadier General A.J. Smith, orders his troops to take the fort. 20 minutes later, they have scaled the fort and overcome the garrison. The fort that some said could not be taken was at that point taken. So guys, because that fight was so long, we are going to be out of time for this episode, but I would say that a second military capture of Washington, D.C. is a very productive episode, even if it did crash before we put the final nails into the coffin ourselves. I am actually very happy that I was able to get this mod working again. I am really enjoying the Civil War battles, and I really wish that Creative Assembly would think about making an actual Civil War Total War game. I've said it before in this campaign. This is so much fun and it fits so well. An official version would be fantastic. Anyway, enough wishing for now. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.